I'm gonna set a time goal for this paint job so I can keep up with my weekly upload schedule. And I need to have this bike stripped, primered, and painted within 48 hours. I better get moving. In a perfect world, I'd sandblast this paint right off in like 20 minutes, but those sandblast cabinets cost at least $200. So instead, I'll be using some toxic chemicals like this Rust-Oleum aircraft stripper. Hopefully it gets the job done. Wow, that actually worked pretty well, and you can even hear the paint sizzling off. But it looks like it only eats through one coat at a time. This is gonna be a ton of work. I've applied this stripper probably 5 times now. I tried everything between plastic wrap, wire brushing, scraping, and even sanding. I really hope that I can get the primer on by tonight. Well, this frame is finally ready to spray after all the hours of prep, but the bad news is it's like some sort of storm out right now, so the priming is not gonna happen tonight. And I think this video is definitely gonna get delayed now. Well, it didn't work out for me last night. So it's super early in the morning and I'm super far behind on the 48-hour goal. And if I don't finish today, I won't get to work on the paint again until Saturday because I go back to work. Let's get this bike ready to be sprayed. Quick tip, never throw away old spokes because you can always find a use for them. I'm bending them around a pole that I have and using them as hooks for the frame and fork pieces. Because I want this paint job to be on the pro level and be extremely durable, I'm using this primer called Spray Max 2K epoxy primer. And it has 2 components, the primer and the hardener. And it's the same chemicals you'd use in a spray gun. Well, I'm starting to notice that this frame has a dent in it, and some pretty big gouges too. And they were really accentuated by the primer. There's just no way that I can leave the dents visible, and I gotta do something about it. I really wonder how many hours this is gonna set me back. Oh yeah, here's what I need, Bondo, and it's sandable within 15 minutes. Maybe I'll be able to spray this base coat tonight. Ooh, this Bondo stinks, and I'm glad I have a respirator, but I can still smell the crazy fumes. Well, I'd say it turned out pretty smooth after a couple of coats, but to get it this smooth, I had to sand it down quite a bit, and I accidentally sanded through the primer coat down to the frame. So unfortunately, I need another coat of primer, which will take like 3 more hours to dry and wet sand again. Well, with the Bondo Detour, there's officially no way that I can get this bike painted in 48 hours. I've easily invested 28 hours into the first 2 stages, and if I keep going like this project will be the death of me. Well, I'm done with my 3-day work stretch, but to stay on track, I'm gonna restart the clock to give myself 72 hours to finally complete this project. But this primer coat is so dang smooth now, it's almost as smooth as like a countertop. It's officially time for the base coat of paint, and I'm going with this silver, which will also be visible through the top coat. Stay tuned. Since I don't have a spray booth, I decided that I'm gonna spray everything in my driveway and then move it into my garage to dry. That way it doesn't pick up any dust or tree leaves. So I let the silver paint dry overnight because I noticed some pretty big scratches and developing some orange peel already. And I'm really curious if the color base coat can be wet sanded. I tried searching the internet and I really can't get a straight answer. So I'm just gonna wet sand the imperfections with 1000 grit. I really hope I don't ruin this. So the time has finally arrived to apply the main color. Can we make this frame and fork look like this 2021 S-Works Epic? But first, this build would not look right without logos. And I went looking for a frame sticker kit for this bike, but I didn't find anything online. So I designed these stickers myself and had them die cut at the local sticker shop for only $20. And this S-Works logo is huge. Maybe too big. I've never done stenciling like this before, and I better not mess up because I only printed one set of these logos. This is the Duplicolor Metal Cast Red Anodized color, and I've heard that it is more like a tinted clear coat, and I cannot wait to see how this turns out. Wow, after the first coat, this already looks amazing. According to the instructions, I only have an hour window to spray all my coats, and I only have to wait 10 minutes before applying the next coat. So it's now time for the third coat, and the instructions say to apply it as a wet coat, whereas the other two coats were a dust coat. But I'm seeing areas where the paint is wanting to run, and I really wish I would have done 4 light coats instead. Well, the final day has arrived, and all I can say is, wow, this looks amazing. All the work that we've done is finally starting to show, but here comes the fun part, removing the stickers and revealing the silver underneath. This is starting to look pretty close to an S-Works Epic, but the final step is clear coat, and I'm going with a Spray Max 2K clear coat, and it should be an extremely durable clear coat and produce similar results to a spray gun. And just like the primer, it has a hardener that you need to activate, so let's start shaking. This 2K clear coat is pretty toxic to the lungs. Safety first. Well, after the second coat, I'm seeing more and more orange peel develop. So I can only hope that this third coat that's supposed to go on heavy fixes it all, because it does not look that good right now. After that second heavy coat, it's starting to look much more glossy with only a little bit of ripples and no orange peel at all. It's been so much work to get to this point. I really don't see myself painting a bike again. It's just too much work. But let's unmask the frame and get it reassembled. While I wrap up this build and reassemble the frame, let's discuss the cost and the time involved. The primer cost $48 and the silver base coat was $36. The red paint was $20 and the clear coat cost $76. Then figure in the paint remover, logos, sandpaper, and all the other little knickknacks, and the total comes to $250. Then I easily spent 40 total hours spread over 6 days. So was all that time and effort worth it? You tell me.